Hi guys, today I'm working on a track called Roll On by the band Wallace and the Wolf. I just wanted to show you guys how I'm mixing the drums thus far. As you can see, everything in blue right now are my drum tracks: bass, snare, two overheads, and this is where I'm sending them to one channel bus. So let's give that a listen and let's see what those sound like at this point in the mix. All right, so that sounds pretty good to me anyways. So let's just, let me deconstruct what I've done here, just to give you an idea of how I mix. All right, so let's unsolo this. Let's solo the bass drum. And I'll actually take off the effects here on the master bus so we can hear what the bass drum sounds like by itself. So this is the raw bass drum. All right, nothing crazy. So if I turn on the effects here, my effects bin, you can hear that that's a little bit more up front and a little bit more rounded off. So, I mean, I'm not doing anything complicated here. I just use a gate to cut out any excess noise that the mic picked up. This would be the bass drum mic. So like the snare, a bit of the snare, a bit of the hi-hats. Doesn't cut out everything, but it does a pretty good job. After that, I pass it through a compressor to bring it up front. And after the compressor, I really like putting an EQ. And this EQ here will turn it off. Right? That's what the bass drum sounds like. And then turn on the EQ. Just really rounds it off. Now all those little hits you're hearing is the extra bleed coming from this snare drum, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. Okay, so let's move on to the snare. That's the snare with my editing, with my effects on. Let's take it off. You can hear it's pretty. It wasn't the best snare sound, but I think we got close to what we wanted to get originally. So, and this is with it, with the FX on. Now you can obviously hear that there's a bit of reverb on that. If I turn that off, and the only thing I really added besides a gate, I gated it again, and then I passed it through a compressor here. Right, nothing crazy, 2-to-1 ratio. The only thing I added really was the SPL Transient Designer, just to add a bit of sustain, give back the snare a little bit of its body, and a bit of attack to, add more attack. That's what it says, and that's what it does. Now the EQ, I'm particularly fond of. If we turn off the EQ, got a pretty regular sounding snare there, and then with the EQ on, this gives it a little bit of a snap. Give the body back if we take out the mid here. Yeah, that's pretty gross. Let's just crank that up. Boom, boom, and let's put a little bit of reverb on there. Just open it up again. Right. Okay, let's move on to the overheads. Let's get rid of that. For the overheads, I pan them complete left, complete right for my stereo field. I like doing that in the beginning and then adjusting as needed as the song progresses. I can see that I'm clipping a little bit here, so I'm gonna have to probably go in and adjust that. So I'm using the CLA 2A limiter. I find that does a pretty good job of keeping those high peaks tame. And it really brings forward the toms, seeing as I don't have any mics on my toms. But I'm gonna show you what I really use to bring the toms out in a second. That's really, oh, song's over. Let's rewind it. Haha, rewind. That hardly exists anymore. There we go. So this is the overheads by themselves. Pretty cool. And this is the whole kit. This is the whole kit affected right before it's going to the bus. Now let's solo this bus here. Let's unsolo these. Right, now what I use, there we go. Now to really bring out the toms, I pass it through a multi-band compressor, and I just boosted between 128 and 4K here, just to get the whole frequency of the toms, get that spectrum up and in your face. If there's actually a pass that's going to happen here soon, there should be. But trust me, that's what I do it for. And obviously, another reverb, just to make the drums sound big and in their place where they're supposed to be. Well, or at least I think they should be in the mix. Yeah, there we go. Those were the toms, and that's only using 2 microphones. All right, and then what I always do, or what I tend to like doing, is passing them through a bus compressor here with a little bit of EQ, just a little bit of boost here in the high, just so the hi-hats and the cymbals give it that little extra shimmer, excuse me. Just give the cymbals and the hi-hats a little extra shimmer so they can cut through the mix a little bit better. That's all, just a little boost, nothing. Yeah, we can even give that a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. Right, and this compressor right here, you can hear it working. You know, it's just bringing everything forward and giving the drums a good sense of place. Right, let's listen to the whole mix all together. Well, what I have so far. Let's see how that sounds like. And there you have it. So yeah, I was just in the middle of mixing this, and I figured, hey, you know what? Let's make a video. Let's show the good folks out there how I tend to like doing my mixes. So well, for this project, anyways. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Take care.